Rocky Romero. My focus is developing peer groups of trusted advisors, of C-level executives, emerging leaders, so that they come together. In the last 3 years, well, last 2 years doing it online, but certainly the value is that we can freely bring them together and be able to participate and give some thoughts, ideas, and suggestions, recommendations based on someone that's showcasing the business. And today we're showcasing David Farrell, and he will share with us his business, where he's heading, and conclude with a how do I statement. And the value from this, and I will connect everybody at the end of this so that we can take conversations further and do business and also refer business to each other if we can, and focus on ideal clients as well too. Is, as I introduce David, he's going to share his business, where he's going, and conclude with a how do I statement, a business issue, how do I parentheses business challenge that he'd like to address. And that allows us to focus on the direction by asking questions. That's the second aspect of it. And the third is thoughts, ideas, recommendations, suggestions that would resonate for him, based on our experiences. It's varied experiences, various locations, various industries. The fourth aspect is any commitments, any takeaways, anything that resonated for David that he would like to share with us. And it seems to me that the easiest way, and you probably found that out, from what you mentioned, is to get referrals. And so I would think if I were to prioritize, it would be the trusted advisors. Those consultants are going to be number one. If you go after them, they will bring you the other three. They will bring you the buy side, the sell side, and the private equity. That, I think, is the best way to approach it, because if you just focus on going to the others, the length of the sales cycle is longer. But if you go to a trusted advisor, whether it's a lawyer, accountant, or certainly, like you said, wealth advisor, or even some of the consultants that know the client, then they can open up the doors for you. So I would think, from a marketing standpoint, a mindset standpoint, to focus on those trusted advisors. I want to thank you for showcasing today, being vulnerable in front of a group, but certainly open to discussion, questions, thoughts, ideas about what you have. But I also want to recognize who you are and what you've done. You mentioned 150 transactions. That is tremendous to be able to do that. And so that really is a testimony to the value that you bring to the buy side, or owners that are willing to exit their business. And I commend you for that. And I also want to thank those that participated here with of course, their time. And I honor that, as well as your questions, your thoughts, your ideas. Certainly, I want to make the connections. And the invitation is for you to participate again with us. We'll have a session tomorrow, different showcase. And you can also go to PeesOnDemand and view the schedule that we have in terms of when we have. So there's participation, showcasing. The third thing is we can freely invite you to do an interview. And David, you spoke about doing interviews with CEOs. Well, we'd love to be able to do an interview with you online and freely put that together for a 5 to 6 to 7 minute video about who you are, what you're doing, a story that you have, and how to get a hold of you. And so the invitation is there to do that. And the other part is also that we do have a peer group, a Powers peer group that is private, where we could come together and focus on developing our business. And we do that in a way that we focus on the passion of the business, the vision of the business, and the mission. Most people are familiar with the vision and the mission, but they leave out the ambition, which involves finances, and the roles that's involved in focusing on the business. So we start off with that, and we have